Notre Dame's schedule is a subject of hot debate each year in college football because as an independent, they determine their strength of schedule every season. And so people often like to claim Notre Dame plays a cupcake schedule. Well, it varies every year. So let's look at their 2026 one. Breaking down their opponents, they play 10 power conference games and 2 group of 5 games, which is pretty good all things considered and matches the same model that the power conferences are following right now. But if you break it down even further, there's around 3 that are probably going to be in the top 25 starting next year. They play BYU on the road, and then they host Miami and SMU. Outside of that, the power conference teams, so you can see them, Syracuse, Purdue, and North Carolina away from home. And then at home, they play Michigan State, Stanford, Boston College, the Wisconsin games at a neutral site. And the 2 group of 5 games for those of you wondering are Navy and Rice. So like I said, the schedule follows the current Power 4 model, which is 9 conference games, even though Notre Dame's not in a conference, against power conference teams, 1 non-conference power conference opponent, which is Wisconsin in this case, we're just going to say because it's at a neutral site, and then 2 non-conference group of 6 opponents. So it does follow very closely. If you want to be a critic, you can compare Notre Dame's schedule to some of the other power conference schedules that are out there. I just plucked a few randomly. This Big Ten one, for example, looks a little bit tougher. You've got games against Oregon and Ohio State, a little bit more top-tier competition there. There's no 2 opponents on Notre Dame's schedule that can measure up to those guys, and then probably a little bit more depth overall. But maybe an ACC schedule looks a little bit easier than what Notre Dame is facing because Notre Dame has to play Miami and BYU and SMU, and then a plethora of ACC teams. So in conclusion, yeah, their schedule's pretty tough. It's about the average power conference schedule, I'd say, and there's going to be a lot of people that use hyperbole to say they don't play anyone, but it's just not true. This schedule very closely mirrors what they would be playing if they were in a conference.